Okay, cool. So, today actually I realized that haven't done any Faction Wars 21 videos on teams that I used to beat these factions. And I beat it a little while ago, so I'm gonna show um, all the teams eventually. But so today I'm gonna do Demon Spawn because it's open, and I've already done uh, Dark Elf. So if you want to see that one, that team is on the bottom. So on the bottom, the bottom of the list of my videos. So this is the team I used. Helikath was the key for me because he's got the the shields and the block damage, and his shields are based on his defense. Pretty cool. He was a fusion champion. Um, you don't, I mean, as far as like the setup, I mean, you don't need Candrafon, you don't need Kymar definitely, but these three are definitely like, for me at least, are necessary because I don't have that many useful Demon Spawn champs. This guy, I just got him like a couple days ago. I got lucky with the two times, not the two times, the like the 2-for-1. I just randomly popped a blue shard and boom, I got this guy and some other, I forgot the other one. But yeah, so one of the hardest things about this faction is there's no healing really. Like there's only a few champions that can heal, and there's only a few like I think I tried this guy out with his decreased defense, but it just didn't work out for whatever reason. I think just I didn't have the right setup. But I know this setup just works in full auto. But there is like a setup you have to go through, and I'll show you how to do that. First, I'm gonna go over the actual, just the stats that they have. For the purposes of this video, I'm not gonna go over their actual builds. I'm just gonna go over their overall stats. So I'll start with Hellcath. So the artifact requirements are not super crazy. You can kind of get by with uh, not a lot. Like you don't. I mean, as far as Helicath goes, he's a defense champion. So and you don't need any blessings. I didn't have any blessings when I first beat it. Um, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. With Helicath, you just want to focus on as much defense because of his shields and as much speed because you want him to go like around one of the first. You want him to be one of the first to go, and then crit rate because you want him to hit pretty hard. You don't really need accuracy. All the other stats are kind of irrelevant. Honestly, you really just need the defense, the speed, and if you can, as much crit rate so he can hit decently hard. His A1 is a pretty good solid hit and will ignore all this stuff, right? Shield and block damage. Faction War 21 Demon Spawn is tough because of the Valkyries. Um, Candrafon, his stuff is pretty basic. He's meant to be a nuker. He's my main damage dealer here. I could go with the other damage dealer I have, this guy, and this guy would be Haparak. He'd probably be better against the Valkyries because he's magic. But I like Candrafon because he's got his perfect veil, so that's why I go with him instead, and it works. So he's really slow because he's a nuker. I don't really have that much speed for him. This is as much crit rate as I could get. Right now, this is all I could get. But with him, again, any damage dealer will do. But this is my damage dealer for the purposes of this team. So those were his stats. Countess Lix, what does she do? So she's pretty. She's a debuffer. The main thing with her is accuracy and speed. That's really all you need. I mean, obviously she's an attack-based uh, champion, and she's got the main thing for her is the block active skills for the Valkyries, decrease speed for the boss, and anything. I mean, Valkyries as well would be nice. And she's got a weaken on her A1, but you really just need to focus mainly on accuracy, speed. Again, the other stats are, it's good if you have a really high attack, it's good if you have like as much crit rate, as much HP and all that, but Candrafon is such a ridiculous, or not Candrafon, Helicath is such a ridiculous carry that you don't really, I mean, there's not a lot you have to worry about because he just block damage and shields is pretty insane. Kymar, you don't need Kymar for this at all. I mean, you can really replace him with any. If I had Duchess, I would have used Duchess instead. But his reset does come in handy, especially against the boss. His thing is just my build for him is he's speed tuned right now for Spider because I use three Cold Hearts, a Kymar, and a Tumizia, whatever that fox from the Skinwalker faction is. I used that team for Spider, so he's speed tuned for that. Like he's meant to go last. I just didn't have enough gear to both give him 100% accuracy and make him go faster than Tumizia because she has to go kind of first, so over 200 speed or so. With him, I just gave him crit rate. I focused on crit rate and accuracy, so he could do his buff removals and sleeps. It says places sleep, so it's 100% chance. And it just says removes buff, so 100. I mean, I assume it's 100% chance as long as he's got enough accuracy. And then the reason I put crit rate is because if this attack is critical, places 5% poison. So, I want the poison does help a little bit as far as like damage dealing and stuff like that goes. And I do his I should probably show you his or all of their masteries and all that. But I think if there's a specific champion in this team that you want to see a build for, just comment if you'd like, and then I'll do a special video just for that champion, and then I'll show you like all the masteries and all that good stuff. For this guy, what's his name? Achak the Wanderin. His main thing is speed and accuracy. That's it. That's all you really got to worry about with him. He's a defense-based champion, I believe. No, he's an attack-based champion. My bad. Um, so I just happen to have more defense on him and then high HP just so he won't get targeted. But that's, he's good for the HP burn against the Valkyries because the HP burn is placed on enemies whose defense is equal to or higher than their attack. So that's definitely Valkyrie. Freeze on, anyone that has attack higher than their defense. And then he's the only like healer that I have that's kind of I guess semi-consistent. It's not a super great heal, but it definitely helps, especially against the Valkyries. Um, okay, so that's their stats. And again, you can kind of replace these two up here. I mean, I could replace them. I don't know if you could, but again, with like any support champion would work here, or someone like I mean, I don't know. Demon Spawn doesn't have that. I don't have that many Demon Spawn champions, and Demon Spawn in general doesn't have much like healing and stuff like that. But basically, the team setup is like this. On the first round, you don't want Hellcat using his block damage because you want it to be ready for the second round. So, because that's what he starts with. So I just kind of, in order to keep it full auto, I just keep it like this. He uses his A2 first, and then he doesn't use this at all. He just keeps his A1 and then his A2, and that's it. Um, oh well, this doesn't matter because he's not using it. It's his A3. For round two, it doesn't matter. You can keep him however he is. And round three doesn't matter. You can keep him how he is. But round one, you just want to make sure that he has this block buffs for round two. That's why you want to block it out in round one. Canderfon stays the same everywhere in all rounds. Doesn't matter what he does. You can, he's going to use his perfect veil. That's fine. He's kind of squishy, so you don't want him to die anyway. So even if he doesn't, do anything, if he doesn't attack, or I mean, he's going to attack, but if he doesn't get attacked, it doesn't matter. It's going to be cool. And then for Countess Lix, you want to lock out her time dilation, which is the block active skills on round one because you want her to go with it on round two first, and then round three she's going to go with decrease speed here and the decrease turn meter. So that's why I set it up like this. So round one, round two, round three. Prince Kaimar, for round one, you want to lock out a seal magic because you'd rather him use it on round two against the Valkyries. Now she goes first, and then he goes a lot after. So the reason I have his A2 here as a priority is because I want if she's not able to lock out a Valkyrie and they go, he's slower than them, so he'll go and then he can strip their buffs. So that's why I have it like this. And then for round three, doesn't matter. You can have him just how he is. And so round one, round two, round three, and then add check the Wondering. Round one, you want to lock out his Frostbite so that he can have this, or Frostfire, sorry, so he can have it for round two. So you just kind of leave it at his block debuffs. So he'll just go A1, A2, A1, A2 the whole time. And then here he'll just do everything, but you want to obviously go with this one first, which is his skill that he goes to anyway. And then round three doesn't matter what he does. So round one, round two, round three. And then when you so the important thing here is after you set it up the way I showed you, like lock out certain skills, this skill right here is locked out, but you want to manual it this just the very beginning, like just manual the skills they use. You know, lock out their skills if you can, and then freeze them if you can, and then after that, you can just go on auto. And then after this, like you shouldn't like lose anybody or anything. I'll get to the boss, and then or I'll get maybe to the second round so I can kind of show you like what I mean with Kymar and Countess. But we'll get to the second part real quick. Okay, so we're about to get to the Valkyries. So this is what I mean with Countess goes and lock. So if she missed a lockout on any of the Valkyries, Kymar would have been there to just take out their buffs, and then he would have. I mean, I don't see him ever failing to do that. But right here, he would have just done that if they had like counterattack or anything like that. That's all I wanted to show, like the way that I set it up. Okay, so now we're at the boss. Took about 2 minutes, but we got there. And so now everybody's got their skills free. There's no what's it called? There's no lockouts here. Uh, I should have manualed Hachak to I forgot Hakak. I forgot his name to make sure he used his block debuffs first. But I mean, it's only for one turn, so it's kind of annoying. And so here, I mean, I already beat it, and sometimes I lose either Countess or what's his name, Canderfon. But you know, if you manual it just once and beat it, you can save either one. So even if I lose them here, like you can still manual it to kind of like save them. But I just kind of choose not to sometimes. But I shouldn't lose them. I shouldn't lose anybody here. But you know, Kymar looks a little bit like maybe I'll lose him. But I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Even if I did, I guess it wouldn't really matter because, you know, again, once you beat it, it's just like whatever. You can lose any of them. So this champion, or not this champion, this boss has like that mechanic where like if you attack him, there's a chance to be frozen and all that. And then like the provoke on his A1 and the true fear on his A2. I mean, that's really annoying. You know, it makes his that mechanic's pretty tough. And then the two minions were kind of annoying. Like if it should be just a boss. With the two minions, I guess it wasn't that big of a deal because one of them I think placed like increased speed on him or something. So that was BS, but whatever. Okay, so we're getting close to the end here. It doesn't look like I'll lose anybody. But again, even like right here, I would probably, if I was worried about losing someone, I would just manual it here just to make sure that nobody got killed. But I don't think I'll have an issue. You know, I get this decreased speed and turn meter, and then I got the block damage up with Halikath. I mean, he's just like the MVP here. And then that's it. And then, I mean, so again, you don't need the blessings or anything, but like, you know, they do help. Um, so anyways, that is how you do it. I forgot what else I was gonna say something, like my brain just went kind of like bleh. I just got off work, so I'm a little tired. Oh, let's do this. Let's see if we can get a Sifi with let's do 10. Let's do 10. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Damn, all rares. That's how it is sometimes. It's a 10 time for Sifi, but ooh, ooh, okay, that's cool. All right, well, I hope that kind of helped you figure out what you want to do with your team. Sorry, let me just get this real quick. Ooh, epic book, nice. Another epic book, sweet. Okay, so yeah, that was it. That was the Demon Spawn faction. Hope that helped.